What's going on, guys? It's Pete, Isip.com, and I am here in Red Bank, I think, New Jersey, here at a conference full of the minds of masters, bunch of coaches, strength coaches, business owners, people with the hugest hearts in the entire planet, people that wear their heart on their sleeve, people that just work and grit out every day. And it's times like this that you get to hang out and be with like-minded people that actually understand what goes through your brain and what's going on in your life. There's one thing I learned yesterday, and after listening to people's stories and people's lives, that I relate so much more to them, and at the same time they relate so much more to me. And what I learned from yesterday is that we all have our own story. We all have our own, whether it be success story, whether it be our story of being in the dirt, or story of why you're doing what you're doing, and the story of why you do the things you do now. The path that you choose was for a reason. There was a reason you did that, and I realized that. You know what I mean? Not like I never realized, I never knew that, but listening to other people's stories and listen to my boy Mike and Jamon, you feel it. You know what I mean? When you listen, and there's people out there that listen to my story and they relate to me and they get it. And that's probably the best feeling in the world, is someone just to get it. You know, because you live your entire life and your entire world inside a bubble, a fake bubble sometimes, and you try to hide it. I remember when I was a kid, I'd always try to, I fucking was miserable. It's a miserable kid, and you would take it out on myself, you know? But I never showed it to anyone that I was miserable. I never told people that I was miserable. I would always laugh, and I would always be happy, and I would always just do things. It's like, he's such a happy kid. He's so jolly. But inside this thing right here was not happy, you know? You never felt like you were good enough. You never felt like you were doing the right thing. You never felt like you could be yourself. I was myself, but you never felt it, you know? I guess it's hard to say, and that's weird to understand it. It's that I was myself. I was who I was. But I never felt like I was being me. I was always doing things to please someone else, and I was always doing things to make other people like me and be accepted, and always on the stride to be accepted. But everyone has their story. You know, and I'm going to tell you my story all over again in some, because I have a lot more, thanks guys, there's a lot more newer people, newer followers, people that have just really got on track that might not know my story. And I'm going to tell you guys more about it and really break down the timeline of the destruction before the rise. You know, it really isn't as bad as you think it is, but there's some people out there that might have the same concerns or issues or the same life right now, and I'm here to help you guys through that. That's why I was here. I was here to help you guys through whatever it is you're going through now, and being that person that you could talk to, being that person you could relate with, that never-ending search of being able to relate with someone because you think no one else has the same issues or same life that you live. So stay tuned, guys. This is Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to finish out this walk, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Enjoy the day. Look at that. That's straight up peaceful. I'll see you later, man. Enjoy. PeteIsip.com.